It's a high-stress job with high stakes for the 14,000 air traffic controllers keeping America's skies safe. Archie League was the first in 1929 trafficking planes in Missouri from a wheelbarrow. But things are a little more high-tech now, and for the first time, the FAA is targeting an unlikely group, 18 to 30-year-old gamers.
The gaming skills is a big part of me being a controller.
Marcus Bryce, now a supervisor at Joint Base Andrews, credits those skills with his success.
You've got to pay attention to the map. You're constantly scanning and watching what's going on. You're memorizing maps and locations like they do in certain games.
To be an air traffic controller, you have to be offered a job before the age of 31, and you have to retire from that position at the age of 56. So the FAA is trying to hire 4,300 new air traffic controllers to get younger people working in places like this. Danielle Sheffield is a supervisor at LaGuardia's Air Traffic Control Tower.
I used the football game Madden to enhance my skills to work the radar position that I was working.
She says gaming techniques like concentration, spatial awareness, and coordination translate to the tower.
There are a lot of 18-year-olds who would be thrilled to hear, hey, my video game habit, mom and dad, is useful for something.
I think that they would be very excited about this career.
18-year-old Nathan Swickert certainly is.
It makes me feel pretty good that something that I honestly had just enjoyed for all of my life that can pay off into going into a career that I had taken interest in.
And that's exactly what the FAA is hoping for. Savannah Sellers, NBC News, New York.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.